Hey Capricorn, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. This is part 1 to a part 1 and 2 series, a two-part series. Basically part 1 is going to be your full reading and part 2 will be crossed influences, crossing energies around the reading that we're about to do now. So please look out for part 2. Once you've watched this one, it will be up. If it's not up now, it'll be up shortly. So let's see what's in store for you, Capricorn. I'm using 3 decks, 2 main decks and my Archangel Michael deck for some added guidance and support. Your cards are coming out very routinely, which is always nice. It means it knows what it wants and it's given us it straight away. Sorry, the mic is balancing, so I'm knocking it so you're going all over the place. Okay, Capricorn, let's have a look. So we're starting off with the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is a good card to start with. It does mean kind of like beginning something new, kind of a spark of an idea as well sometimes. And I do get the sense of something new is here. Now I do feel that it's kind of giving me wariness. What I'm focusing on, I'll show you the imagery so you see what I am seeing. I am looking kind of at her and she feels a bit kind of overwhelming to me. Kind of with that red dress, that red and yellows, it's kind of giving me this, instead of giving me fire and passion, it's kind of giving me caution. So I feel like going into something new, you're very cautious going into this. That's what it's giving me, is caution. This is you taking action, and this is kind of feels like this is you taking that first step into something new. From the Ace of Wands we go to the Moon reversed. So the Moon reversed is, I feel like this is giving me kind of it's giving me the dark side of the moon energy. So it's kind of, again, new beginnings when we think of new moons, which is today as I'm recording, the 1st of April. We are a bit delayed this month for the earth sign readings. I've had some hiccups. So today is the new moon, so again it could be signifying this time for some of you, or perhaps even the next new moon as well. But I'm just getting that dark side of the moon, so new beginnings, kind of new goals being put into place. But it's giving me something about yourself. I feel like you're trying to put on kind of a persona, trying to be something bigger than what you are, what you were. I just get this sense of being bigger than what you are. I'll show you the imagery I see of this moon card. So upright it would be like this, but this to me, so the reflection in the water, I kind of feel like this is yourself, and then the panther is who you are being. I feel like you're looking down, and actually I'm seeing a couple of aspects of this, because as I said, that what flashed in my mind as well was that I get this sense of, like, even though you are this panther, I feel like what you are seeing is a little kitty cat, a vulnerable, scared kitty cat, when what you are is like, you are brave, you are confident, you are this strong panther, but it's not showing in the mirror. Like, it's kind of like, so when I say that, what I mean is, like, you are not seeing you for who you are, for how you got to where you are. And I think this vulnerable new beginning is what's doing that for you, this cautious new beginning that you're taking, kind of like moving into. Now I do want you to be aware of the reasoning behind your efforts, because I am getting this sense of abundance here with the greenery of the card, and it is, the Ace of Wands really is kind of like starting up new prospects, and it kind of leading you towards this kind of growth within yourself, the Ace of Wands. That's what it kind of gives me in this deck. It's kind of a growth of learning new things and moving towards new things, and it can be a scary time, and I'm definitely vibing that. Now with the Moon card, it's giving me the similar vibes of, like, I feel like it's making you, because you are in this scary zone, it's making you doubt yourself. And that's what I'm getting here as well. I feel like there is a person involved in this because there's a witch in the moon in the card, and when I've been reading this for other people during this reading with these exact cards, I haven't really taken note and drawn to this witch, but I am for you, Capricorn, which is interesting. So that could be somebody. I do feel like it's flying away. It's going towards kind of the past though, which is interesting. So I'm not getting much more on that, but it's something to take note of. And then the next card is the Hangman Reverse. So the Hangman Reversed, it gives me this kind of feeling trapped in where you are when it comes in this position. I'll show you the imagery, because it kind of is like, if it was upright, you know, she's kind of hanging there and self-imposed, but here I feel like you feel very trapped in your situation. But ahead of you is prosperity. It is kind of growth in aspects of your life, which is what we're aiming for. I definitely get that sense here, but you feeling trapped within this. I do feel like there's storms around you, and also at your feet, which is what you're holding on to, what grounds you, is kind of the abundance that you already have. So I hope that makes sense for you, Capricorn, because I feel like this is a very interesting card to be reading for you, because I feel like what's ahead is prosperous, but where you've been was also prosperous, and there's all this stormy unknowing. And this could be the new dynamic. This new venture that you're going on is creating a storm around you, and you're just not sure where it's heading, but I definitely get the sense of heading towards prosperity and abundance, so we'll see where we head with that. I will pull a couple of Archangel Michael's cards on this first column for you. Let's have a look. Your children are watched over by angels, which means if you have any worries regarding children, they are fine, they are looked after, they are guided, and they have their own guides with them, and they are looked over by angels. This can insinuate that they have been watched over by family, and even by family that are no longer here, you know, like they're looking out for them, so don't worry. Pay attention to all of these Archangel Michael cards. They are reversed, so anyone that watches me before knows that reversed Archangel Michael cards are pay attention, sorry. Detach from the situation. I feel like you are in deep, and this is keeping you in kind of like stuck in that hangman position where you feel trapped. You need to take a step back, take a breather. Sometimes we get so involved in what's going on in our life that we get in too deep and we cannot see like anything else other than the seriousness of the situation. And with this, I am kind of getting like, you know, detach from the situation, take a step back, and with this card, it just says look at other people's perspectives, other perspectives involved in the situation. That kind of does come with this, but I am definitely getting kind of step away from the seriousness and the heaviness. It kind of feels like a caution as well there, so take that as you will, Capricorn. Explore your options. Now, explore your options means don't rush into anything, so take your time. I'm getting kind of like, you know, you've got fertile lands, you've got great things going on. I'll show you the imagery. He's going places, which means he has options ahead. This card does mean that there are many options ahead, but take your time. Where you are is fertile. It's like you've grown something and now you're in a place where you can take your time to the next steps, and there's no need to rush into anything. I am going to pull one more card. Actually, I'm really drawn to pulling another one for you, which is going to be this one. You're on the right path. So you're on the right path card is really kind of have confidence and let go of the worries. You're on the right path, so what is meant to be is, you know, that's what's happening around you is happening for a reason, be it for growth, be it for, you know, something you need to learn here, sort of thing. I am getting the sense of nurturing yourself along this way, and understand that you are being guided through this time and you're not alone. We have the World card next. The World card is everything that we desire. It is upright, so it's really promising. I feel like on this imagery, I mean, look, it's a nude woman. She's stepping through a portal. Now, the snake signifies wisdom and new beginnings again, but it's kind of eternal. It's eternal cycles that we go through. She is nude. Doesn't mean anything, I just wanted to point that out. So it's kind of giving me a vulnerable new beginnings, that the nudeness, it really is kind of, I'm seeing it as you being vulnerable in these new beginnings. And again, we've got flowers and florals, which indicate prosperity. It kind of is like walk through this portal of wisdom and newness. Learn what you need to learn here and you will prosper. That's what I'm getting from that. But do take care of yourself. The next card down is Judgment. Now she is vulnerable. In this imagery in this card, it really is a kind of take care of yourself and stop being so harsh with yourself. This does mean literally stop with the self-hate, stop with the putting yourself down and dragging yourself down. This is why she is, you know, wrapped up in that red cloak. She is kind of nurturing and protecting herself. She gives me Taurus vibes where, you know, when you are feeling vulnerable, all you want to do is wrap yourself up. And she is giving me that. So like nurture those, all your needs, nurture yourself, understand what you're feeling, and that it's okay too. You are only human and you are doing the best that you can. So make sure that you are acknowledging that for yourself. Six of Pentacles. I'm pretty sure, oh, actually no, I've already recorded your video and this came through in the same way, but actually further down, which is interesting. Six of Pentacles to me, for you, indicates kind of a communication. I feel like you are tied to somebody, and there's a form of communication that needs to happen. It does feel like a balanced conversation. I feel like the feminine energy needs to express something to you, actually, within this card. And I'll show you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it exactly like this. I just feel like she has more information to bring to you. You are the masculine in the scenario. Obviously there's no actual gender to tarot cards, so when I say he and she, it can be other. It's just more of the dynamic of the card itself as I'm reading it, so take the genders lightly. And I'm getting like waterfall of hair, so it does feel like a letting go of emotions, like a releasing of emotions, rather than letting go, I suppose, like a waterfall of emotion coming with this communication, so be wary of that. But yeah, nurture yourself. I am going to pull a couple of cards with these ones as well. Okay, that one first, then that one, then that one. I'm going to hold these in my hand and read them in the order that they've kind of come out. Pay attention, honor and trust your feelings. So trust in your intuition, but honor and trust your feelings. In this regard, it's giving me that Judgment card when I'm telling you to make sure you're honoring yourself and be true to yourself, be kind to yourself. So really do acknowledge how you're feeling and understand your vulnerability, understand why you're feeling this way, and kind of don't, like, again with this self-hate, I want to touch on that. This card kind of does mean to nurture yourself and love yourself. I do feel like it should come along with the really respect yourself card. It's kind of like make sure you are taking care of your needs first, because it feels really important here. I'm really kind of drawn to the heart center of this imagery. And that heart center is kind of like just representing as in taking care of your heart. I do feel a vulnerability here for you with all this newness going on. Eternal love. So this is really good. I do feel like this is, you need to lean on this kind of, an aspect of love here which you need to work on, that you need to lean on something. I'm getting this sense of kind of emotional vulnerability here. I kind of feel like it's okay to feel vulnerable, Capricorn. I'm just reading it as it is. It feels like loving and guiding. I am getting kind of hesitation in regards to you with this eternal love. I'm not 100% sure what I'm getting through. I'm just going to have a look closer to see what that is. Okay, I was drawn to the belt of the angel. It kind of looked letterish, so I just wanted to look a bit closer at that imagery. The belt is red as well, which is kind of interesting because it's above the Judgment card, and she's wearing a red cloak, and then the red of the dress was getting me. I do feel like we have this cautious red. It's not giving me, like sometimes red can be a really positive, it can mean passion, action. It's giving me a caution. So keep that in mind here with the caution with eternal love. and with your new beginnings. Go forward fearlessly. So let go of worries. I really do feel like you're a big ball of stress. With that heart center of honor and trust your feelings, we've got go forward fearlessly. Again, the ball here of energy is in this imagery. But the go forward fearlessly is saying you're on the right path again, which is what you've just had in the previous column. It is also saying you can let go of all your worries and stresses. I feel like that's what you really need to do. I feel like something to do with a detoxing of stress is coming through here. And the last card is reverse, so pay attention. You created this situation, you have the power to change it. So it kind of is saying that what is not permanent. You know, you have the power to change what you need to change and get creative. So realize that you are in control. Even when you feel like you're not in control, you are. So if you are relinquishing control, that's your decision and you have the power to change that. And we have a horse in this that I'm drawn to, but it's actually a unicorn. But we have mirror image as well. Well, she's painting it, but to me, it's coming across as a mirror image. I feel like, again, with this exploring your options, is you have options. And again, this comes with you understanding that you have options and you're not trapped, even if it feels that way. Moving on to the next column. So we have the Fool reverse. So again, I get the sense of taking your time. I do feel like you are worried to go into the unknown. You're feeling vulnerable of going into the unknown. The Fool card, typically upright, is to kind of taking those first baby steps and jumping into the unknown, and it's kind of an exciting time. This is giving me, like, it's reversed to me, is giving that opposite that the reverse can come across as. It's giving me this, like, you kind of being vulnerable and not wanting to jump in, but you're having to jump in. That's the kind of feel I'm feeling this. Instead of wishing to jump in, it's like a forceful, feels like you have to. And again, I do feel like you created the situation, but it's just the card that's giving me that feel of being pushed into something. I feel like you're falling into it. Just trying to read it. I'm being really drawn to the flow of water to cloud. So again, I feel like it's just your emotions are really all over the place. They're kind of evaporating and coming and going. I feel like 1 minute you have one thought process, the next minute you have another thought process. And this is what this moment's doing for you. I feel like it's sending you on all these spirals. Be conscious of your spiraling. Be detached from the situation if that's what you need to do. And I do think, like, sometimes when we're deep in a scenario, we're deep in situations and there's multiple layers to it. If we continuously thinking of all the multiple layers, we are actually getting no clear vision of anything. And this is what I'm seeing here, is I just feel like you're to and fro with all these emotions, that there's no clear vision on anything, because you are stuck in all of those areas. You're really jumping in, you're falling in. Like I said, it's like falling instead of stepping or jumping. But really you have solid ground below your feet. This is what I kind of feel here. 10 of Wands is next, and definitely the 10 of Wands is carrying way too many burdens and carrying them alone. It is a card to sort of say, it's time to put down those sticks and share the burden. I do get this sense of having support or wishing for support as well here with this 10 of Wands. And it does feel like, I'm getting a lot of struggles for you, Capricorn, coming through, if I'm honest. But it comes to Ace of Cups. Now this is so much better for me. Ace of Cups is literally kind of being observant of your emotions, and I feel like this is what's needed. The 10 of Wands is, like, when we come to a 10 in tarot, we're coming to a completion of something, which means you're coming to the completion of your worries. The harder times are becoming done, if that makes sense. And then this Ace of Cups, to come from that 10 of Wands to this Ace of Cups, it's kind of gaining control of our emotions. I do get ideas spinning through your head on where you're going. You're brewing something up beside you. You're growing, you're planting seeds and growing. I'll show you the imagery. All these things are drawing me in. The cup in front of her, the emotion is like overflowing. I kind of feel like, to me, this is actually just giving me that you're filling your cup and it's going to be overflowing. I feel like that there is hope and faith ahead of you. This is feeling much brighter. Now, but then to me, I do want you to be worried that this is what it feels like, that you go through these moments of despair to moments of hope to having like kind of seeing happy prospects to then going back down. So I want you to kind of stay more in that Ace of Cups energy and move away from the full falling energy. I will pull cards with these ones before going to the next column, which is an interesting one. And you have a lot of aces, which is your new beginnings or new ways of being, new ideas. This situation is already resolved. You literally on every column have had you on the right path, release your worries. This is saying stop worrying about something what is, and it is resolved, which means like you don't have to worry about the outcome because the outcome is in place. Believe and trust. This is very much have faith, but it is trust in your own intuition, trust in yourself, and have goals and aspirations. It's kind of like create something for yourself to look forward to. That is what's coming from us, and yet the person you're asking about is real and trustworthy. This is reversed. It means when this card comes through, it means that people within the situation are genuine. They come from a place of love. So even sometimes when people are being cold or you don't know where you stand, it's hard to see that person is coming from a place of love. We're all going through our own things. And I really feel like that comes with that detached from the situation is very much usually paired with this. The person you're asking about is real and trustworthy. Big mouthful. Because they basically mean the same thing. That really, that people within the scenario are coming from a place of love and to really understand that we're all going through our own things and we all have our own version. So even though when we have people going through the same situations, we're all living our own truth. So your truth is different to another person. How you are experiencing something is different to how another person is experiencing something. And I think understanding that sometimes other people's actions might not be understandable to you, but they are going through their own thing. And this is sort of saying that you can trust them, but they are going through their own thing here. And it's take your time, make a decision. So you are being told, stop rushing into things, don't be rash. It does say, with this card, it's kind of is like, slow down, take it easy. King of Wands energy, it is reversed. So I do feel like you have been growing something. Again, I've had this aspect over here with that Hangman, which doesn't normally come through with how I read the Hangman for you. Was very kind of interesting. I'm getting the same dynamic with this King of Wands, kind of having grown something and growing something new as well. Like it's kind of like you already had abundance, but you are going above and beyond now. That's kind of what this is giving me. But I am getting this uncertainty. I am getting this confusion, this kind of mask over that for you, which is interesting. I can't wait to see the crossing energies for your reading for the part 2. Then we have Death card reverse. Now Death card means new beginnings. I do feel like you are struggling for these new beginnings, but the thing is, like, by stepping in and opening your new chapter, you're opening yourself up to new abundance and good things. So we kind of have to, when we have the death card, a lot of people worry, obviously because it's death, and they think, oh no, someone's going to die, or it's the death of something. Like, yes, it can signify that in circumstances, but for the most part, it's quite a positive card. It literally means the letting go of something that no longer serves you in order to move forward. Now, yours is in a reverse position, so I'm getting this sense of the fear to move forward, of the fear of new beginnings, and it feeling like a big loss here for you. But leaning on to the final card within this, I will pull a couple of Archangel Michael cards, but the final tarot card that we have here, we have Ace of Pentacles. This is new beginnings with finances for you. That's what I'm getting. I think you're going to be quite happy with the kind of new abundance. It has these bees, and I'm really drawn to the bees. It's like hard work to see the fruitful reward, and that's what I feel like this is for you. You are a busy bee, and you are feeling the kind of laboring of a bee. Like, it's a dangerous life being a bee, but he does what he has to do in order to the cycle of life, to make the flowers grow so he can get the pollen, to make the honey, and repeat. This is why I'm feeling like this is a beginning for you. I do feel like follow your intuition here as well towards your prosperity. But it's a good card. I definitely feel contentment in financial areas for this for you. So let's pull a couple of Archangel Michael cards before we end part 1. We have innocence. Really, you do need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. It's reverse. Pay attention. I want to use an analogy I've been using in a few of these readings who had a similar card. Basically, he's holding a puppy. This puppy signifies you. This angel is holding you, cradling you. Now, if a puppy was to do, like, you got this cute little adorable little puppy, and this puppy, like, runs face first straight into a wall, you wouldn't immediately scold that puppy and tell him off, call him stupid, saying he's doing it wrong, and how dumb he is to not know how to walk properly over his own feet. You wouldn't do that to the puppy. Now, why would you do that to yourself? And this is saying, you know, you are human and you're doing the best you can, and you are your biggest voice. You are this angel who is holding you. Don't drop the puppy. Cradle the puppy, nurture the puppy, and this is what I'm saying to you. Cradle yourself, nurture yourself. You deserve that self-love, and you need to show yourself. Sorry, there's a truck. Let go of fear now. Again, is let go of your worries and stresses. I feel like they are not doing you any good. In any areas of your life, they're not going to be productive in any way. And I just kind of think sometimes. We hold on to things because it's like, I want to say, it's like, it's a feeling. It shows we're feeling so much that we hold on to things because it's holding on to something. But you're being asked to let go of fear now. Stop worrying, stop being scared. And, you know, you are, I want to call you a badass. I feel like you really can be this, having the power to change it. Yet you need to let go of that fear. You need to stop fearing something. Fearing the unknown is what I want to say. Because it is that you're on the right path, the card as well. Be gentle with yourself. This and the innocent card come together, and it was reversed. Pay attention. You really, really do need to be kinder to yourself, with your words, with your actions, and understand your vulnerability. And it's not a weakness, it is a strength. Anybody who shows vulnerability truly is being extremely strong, because that takes a lot of power to be able to do that. And I truly believe that. Okay, thank you very much, Capricorn. Please check out part 2 for the crossing energies of this reading. Comment below if you like this part 1 and 2. I have been liking it, but any feedback is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, guys.